Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's have a look on euro currency again. So today, euro currency weekly report, we have considered a very important thing is that, of course, we have taken a look on all this stuff around the tariffs, but not on this big actually noise around it. It's just like a boiling pot in several markets, analysis, lots of talkings in this subject in the mass media. So to keep this noise aside, we just are taking a look at the core. What's really going on and what particular might happen if the purposes of these tariffs will be realized. So all things that Donald Trump said about the cutting of the budget deficit we have considered last time. And mathematically, we have shown that it is impossible without big cut in the gross domestic product for probably 10%. Gross domestic product should drop for 10% at least to save approximately the 1 trillion in the budget deficit. Now it's time about tariffs, what the income it could bring. So Yale University has some calculations on this subject, so we talked about this, and actually it also shows that it's really big problems with this. Then we have taken a look at some other moments. So, but what is more important is that in all this big noise around the tariffs, suddenly we have recognized that investors, at least maybe some part of it, start thinking about really bad things. Not just some inflation or something of this kind, but real big recession. And this conclusion is made on the performance of the interest rates in the United States. So if you're interested in that, could read the report. In the nearest time, within the few months, we think that the disparity and the disbalances between euro currency and United States dollars should remain. And at this point, we still think that previous strategy is still valid. So I mean 112 area, 112 monthly resistance is a target, but around this level it's really big chances that tendency could be reversed. So the action that we have from 102 right from lows to the 112, it might be just a pullback and a big downside tendency. This picture is coming from the fundamental background. Once the Donald Trump tariffs start bring some fruits, if of course he will not cancel it as fast as it has been imposed. So these fruits will be inflationary for the United States and deflationary for European Union. It means the absolutely different direction of the rates, which should keep this disbalance and be supportive for the dollar at least until the end of the year. Then we need to have to control the statistics and see what will happen. That's what about the fundamental report. On the technical side, with the short-term trading, I don't see any reasons to step out from our trading plan that we have discussed. Mostly everything stands the same. So if you remember on Friday, we talked about the pullback, explained the reasons why it should happen, and explained and find and estimated that the points that market could reach. Particularly speaking, if you remember, we said that it might be intraday XOP, a bit deeper retracement, and the retesting of the previous top. And actually, you could see that we currently stand around it. So we already stands in place. This is a daily chart. So maybe later, since market is also overbought on the weekly chart, maybe we could get a bit deeper retracement, but I consider it as not very probable, at least with the background, fundamental background that we have right in this moment. And also because of the technical reasons. We should understand that COP target on the monthly chart, which is around 112, stands very close. If you take a look at the monthly chart, it stands very close. And usually in such circumstances, market could react on a weekly and daily overbought, with showing some pullbacks, forming some sideways action, reacting on the overbought conditions. But it already smells the target and stands very close, and usually almost never market shows very deep retracement standing right near the target. It might happen only by some external factors, some surprising big events, big statements or something, which we call some force majeure factors. If everything will remain as it stands currently, is euro currency should gradually keep going to the target. So that's why I don't expect that it should be really big pullbacks. So here we have the point. On 4-hour time frame chart, that's what we have mentioned. Reaction on the butterfly. Minimum target of the butterfly is already done. Here is the retesting of the previous top. And potentially this is interesting area to consider taking the long position. If even we will not get the straightforward upward continuation, we are with the higher chances we should get the bounce, which have a good chances in turn to turn this trade in a riskless trade, moving stops at the break even and lock the position with some break even result, and then see what will happen. So this area seems interesting. What we're going to do now is just on Monday, drop your time frame and watch what will happen around the bottom. If you will see clear bullish patterns are forming, so actually on the 4 time frame chart you already see this hammer, but maybe we'll get some more extended patterns, say on the 50-minute chart, maybe reverse head and shoulders or something of this kind. That's led us to step in. On hourly chart, you could see that market barely stands above the XOP. So if actually we will take as a point this top, you can see that this XOP is mostly done around this 618 support. But basing on the top 8 points, you could see that XOP stands slightly lower. So around 109 area, it agrees with the major 618 support. So, well, in the current performance, it seems that market could try to reach it. Maybe it will form some pattern. For instance, it might be minor hand shorts that could let us to let market to reach this target, right? So maybe it will be something like this. It also might happen. But in general, if we take a look at the overall picture, you could see that we are already in a position. So we specified this area between 2618 levels and XOP as approximate an area that might be interesting for start looking for position taking. So be flexible. Don't be don't wait for some perfect combinations. Don't be the purists. So just be flexible and consider the areas where you would like to enter as really the areas, not the points. And currently we could say that we are somewhere around. So just watch for the market, see what will happen on Monday, what patterns might be formed on lower time frames, and then you could make a decision if you would like to take in the long position. Clearly bearish setups I do not see yet here. So with this performance, it doesn't look bearish by far. So that ensures what we have on the euro. In fact, we are just continuing our journey with the plan that we have started in last week. And then see what the tendency will be set.